this exciting episode, we take on the challenging roads of the Karoo, from extremely wet to amazing game viewing opportunities in Mokala National Park. Then we experience the great stars and skies of the Karoo and also the extremely dry and dusty roads.
And now we are back on the road heading towards Cape Town from our beach safari. We've gone far away from the sea and we are heading into the dry semi-arid Karoo.
Yes.
You're happy to do something different?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We have about 10 days to reach Ceres, and there's quite a few interesting places that we want to see.
Yeah, it's about 1,000 kilometers. If you draw a straight line, we'll probably be zigzagging a bit, as we have never really explored this part of the Karoo that we will be driving through. It's a part that a lot of people, including us, just bypass. But now we'll go and have a look what is there in the middle of nothing, as the Karoo is known for not having
nothing.
For having nothing, and a lot of nice sheep growing. So we'll be tasting some of the great
organic
lamb chops. Yes,
yeah.
Organic lamb chops. Yeah, so we are doing a little bit of kilometers on a boring national road before we are turning southwest.
Are we going to do a lot of gravel?
Hopefully. Yeah, I haven't looked at the actual what is gravel and what is not.
Yeah.
I've got a few interesting points, and we have a few national parks. We are even going to visit a national park that we've never heard about.
What was it called again?
Mokala National Park. Yeah, and we will take you along with us on the road. Let's go. Our next stop into the emptiness is a dam that we never knew existed, which is supposed to be the second largest dam in South Africa, with the highest dam wall in South Africa. The Kloof Dam in the middle of the Karoo.
Hidden it away.
Yes. On the Orange River, and it's also the border between the Orange Free State, and we are not 100% sure, but we think we're Western Cape or Northern Cape. Okay. But yeah, we will find out in a few seconds. So it's gone from very dry all around us to getting greener and greener, and there's more and more irrigation farming happening, and some poppies, little hills, as we say in South African poppies, to the dam that we will now hopefully see appear just over that hill. Yo! What a large amount of water coming down there. There has been an extreme amount of rain in our northern provinces, as it's summer rainfall in the north of South Africa, and that is a bit of water, honey.
Yeah.
Yo. Now we know why the car got wet as we drove over the bridge over there.
Luckily, we got off the boring tarmac road soon after that, heading towards Mokala National Park. This part of South Africa is very remote and sparsely populated. The population is quite poor, and the traditional donkey cart is still regularly in use. So it was great to meet these guys on the road, heading towards Mokala National Park.
Welcome to Mokala National Park. We have to radio in to get access. Maybe. Well, South Africa's newest national park only started in 2007. We hope we can find a few days to camp here and see some wildlife. Yeah. Let's see what the gentleman has to say. The first time ever my drone has been sealed in a bag when I enter a park. We normally don't, we never use it, but we normally don't bother saying we have one.
But nobody really asks.
Yeah.
You see, it's not allowed.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to fly it or use it, but
In Etosha, I remember they did ask.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, many moons ago. So yeah, we are in. We've heard there is accommodation tonight.
Yeah.
So we can at least camp one night, hopefully two. Yeah, and we will be slowly exploring Mokala. It's very hot, so I don't think the animals will be very active.
But there's
And-
quite a variety of animals.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't list the chameleon, but I'm sure there will be chameleons
Yeah.
as well. But
We did scare a little buck on the way here, and it was running away from us at 50 kilometers an hour. A little
Shame.
grey buck. I was impressed how fast it could go.
quite green, huh?
Yeah, it is.
It's very green.
Yeah, so let's see what Mokala has to offer. Timon and Pumbaa was having a fake fight, but I gave them stage fright. And here we actually are seeing some baby red hartebeest. The correct name is red hartebeest. So they are very clumsy.
Behind of the baby.
Yeah, and they're quite a bit paler than the adults, huh?
They don't have the black markings here.
Yeah. The gemsbokon, or oryx as they're called in English, are not very habituated. They don't like people. The zebras are much more chilled. We are here at Stofdam Bird Hide. Stofdam literally means a dust dam. Lots of tracks on the ground. We can hear thunder in the distance. The clouds are building up. Ooh, Kareen just stepped in some thorns. Hey, nah. Yeah, I must watch on my tires. Yeah, closed tires are easier to fix. You can put a snot toe in. The entrance is over there. We're just grabbing a drink. And do you want a snack? Chippy or something? No. Okay. Can I have a chippy? There's some toilets. Let's go and see what the bird hide has to offer. A little bit of paradise. Not too foamy.
Might rain, huh?
Oh.
Kareen's words were barely cold when the rain started coming down quite hard. It was quite surprising how quickly it can go from sunny to very rainy in this part of the world. So we waited out the rain in the bird hide and then continued our game drive for the day, slowly meandering through Mokala towards our campsite and our home for the night. The vegetation was very thick due to it being the rainy season, but this was an excellent time to see all the cute baby animals as they have just been born.
Welcome to Motswebe campsite at Moloko Mokala National Park. Watering hole right by the camp, and there's 6 sites in pairs spread out. Picnic table and a braai, and each site has their own toilet, shower and a little kitchen. Are you happy with your campsite, honey? Are you going to cook tonight? Oh, okay, fantastic. Yeah,
Like chips.
you have a full kitchen, so
I've got a full kitchen.
yeah.
There's a huge shower.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Walk-in shower.
Okay, let's set up our home first. Chilling here by the watering hole. And luckily our neighbours spotted a terrapin. And we've been watching the terrapin, and then suddenly we saw a
tortoise dashing at high speed towards the water. It's such a nice chilled vibe. I'm so happy we came here. We will definitely have to make Mokala a stop on our way north every time from now on. I've never seen a tortoise move so fast. He must be very thirsty. He's over there in the water, right on the edge, drinking. Because we were saying there should be more than one terrapin, and we were looking for it in the water, and then I saw the movement. Oh, suddenly the birds are very active. Maybe we'll have some more surprises. I'll also put out my camera trap tonight to see what comes up through the night. I'm just charging the batteries.
Morning. So it started raining last night and it hasn't stopped. It's not very favorable for our plans for today.
For game viewing.
Yeah, I'm just going to give you a quick. It's still raining, quite like Western Cape weather. And quite muddy. So we're just going to do one little loop and then
we're going to look for the Nazca lines of South Africa.
Yeah, hopefully that is not underwater.
Yeah, which might be underwater.
It is in a riverbed. The rocks are in the riverbed, and yeah, but then we'll see how the day pans out. It's supposed to.
It's geoglyphs carved in a riverbed. Corinne heard about this in
Sedgefield at a little art gallery.
And we discovered by chance that we are like 15-20 kilometers away.
Quite lucky. It felt like it was meant to be, but maybe not
the
today.
rain gods, which is quite a motive in these hieroglyphs.
Yeah.
Might have decided that we're not supposed to see it.
They got overexcited and exploded.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see how the day pans out.
Yeah. So we're going to mosey on that way, and if we can't see that, then we are heading on to the confluence of the Orange and the Vaal rivers.
That will be flowing.
Yes. Two of the biggest rivers in South Africa, and we're going to see the confluence. Like we saw the confluence of the Rio Negro and the Rio Amazone. In Brazil, we're going to go and have a look. These are going to be a tad smaller than those, but let's go and see. Let's hit the road.
Hit it.
Good practice for West Africa. And we are driving sticky mud while trying to find game in Mokala. And they are all hiding away from the wet weather.
Yeah.
We've really only seen a few buck, very wet buck and a few pheasants. Arrived at the Driekops farm and spoken to the owner, and the road is not accessible to get to the farm and to the hieroglyphs, so we are gonna see if we can come back tomorrow. We're not sure if we will, but yeah, we've come this far, so we're gonna camp somewhere tonight and reconsider and phone them tomorrow. We'll most likely not ever be back here, so it's a funny decision whether we're gonna stay or go.
She was very nice. She said she will actually drive out tomorrow and check what the conditions are, but at the moment when they get stuck and they don't have the tractor to do it out.
Yes, they don't want to, and I can imagine they don't want to sit with the hassle of people getting stuck.
I don't know, maybe we'll pass here again when we come up next year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so now we are off to the confluence of the Vaal and the Orange River.
Yep.
That evening, we found a wild camp right by the confluence of the Orange and the Vaal River. And the next morning, the rain stayed away and the sun was out. and we could appreciate this fascinating sight as the two rivers merge, but the water does not mingle as the rivers head down to the coastline.
Morning, and our noses are pointing south as we've left the confluence of the Orange and the Vaal River, and finally it's getting empty here.
Yeah.
The vegetation is getting drier, although it is still surprisingly green. They seem to farm with sheep, solar panels and wind farms in this area, and telescopes, square kilometer array telescopes. So that's what we're going to have a look at over the next few days, and suck up the emptiness.
Yeah, so unfortunately we couldn't go to the farm where the engravings are on the rocks, because it's very wet at the moment. I spoke to the wife. She said there's a lot of mud and the retrofit is probably covering most of it. So we were skipping that, putting it in the back pocket for next time, and now it's just straight road down to the Western Cape.
This road we're on at the moment hasn't had a turn for more than 50 kilometers. It's over nearly 100 kilometers with just one slight bend.
What is it? Is it the N8?
The R356.
356.
Yeah, that we're on at the
I
moment.
think it's the first time that we've driven this road. It's actually in a very good condition. Yeah, we are on our way to Briscoe, where we also haven't been before.
Yes. Hunting for a car wash to get the mud off before it gets too dry, and some lamb chops, and we might camp there for tonight because south of Briscoe we might be wild camping.
Yeah, so I need to wash my hair, and we need to we just need to wash everything. The car, the wife, maybe the husband as well.
Yeah, no, the husband needs a shower as well. Yeah, but let's go and see what Briscoe has to offer. You know, you're getting remote when the public roads have gates and fences that you need to open. So me and Karina switched sides. I'm driving and she's on gate duty. We are now heading to the Meerkat square kilometer array telescopes on our way to Williston. This area was selected for the telescope due to the lack of radio signals in the area, and it's linked to another telescope array in Australia, so it's very scarcely populated. And thanks honey. We've reached the Meerkat square kilometer array telescopes.
Yeah, there's millions of them. Every now and again one pops up. I think there's maybe over 100.
I have no idea. I will look on the internet and put a voiceover.
It is at the most loneliest place in the world.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to close lots of farm gates to get there.
Yes.
But yeah.
And we can't get as close as I would have liked to. There's security checkpoints, so we can only see them from the public road.
They're quite small, you know, they're not salt. They're not
the South African Large Telescope.
And
because they're electron telescopes, they're not physically viewing anything.
Yeah.
They and they're scattered in a very funny pattern. I thought they would be like
I think if you watch it from above, it might make sense. Then it's maybe a crop circle or something.
Yeah, and they are putting on more power lines, so I presume they're gonna add more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So next up on our visit into the emptiness,
you know what I thought
Williston.
Williston. We have not had a very eventful trip so far because we wanted to see my
hieroglyphs,
and it got rained out. Now we can't visit the Meerkat because security reasons.
Yes.
Yeah, so hopefully Williston is still
Yeah.
there.
Do you want something to go wrong with the car so that you can?
No.
So that you can
the
have
other
a more
thing we
eventful
wanted
trip.
to do is take photos of the stars, and
That we're gonna do.
That we can do, and it's actually the moon is very small, and you can see it in daytime. So
The night is moonless.
yeah, the night is going to be dark and moonless. So I think we are going to have an excellent success rate
On the stars.
Yeah, it's going to be a comeback.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so
I've loved the drive, whether something's happening or not, because I like the big emptiness of the Karoo. This morning we are strolling around the small Karoo town of Williston. Karine heard a rumor about a
lime milkshake, but it looks like the Doppie's
bar.
It's not. It's only open for the people who stay here.
Yes.
Or not only open at night.
Yeah. And things do slowly change here in Williston.
So we're going to Karoo International.
Yeah, we're going to the Karoo International to see if we can get a milkshake for breakfast in this slightly hot and dry area.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go and see. Okay. Do you think we can get a milkshake here?
I hope so. Let's see.
Let's go. It's called Manna from Heaven, so hopefully. I got my lamb chops fresh from the farm at the Merino butchery, and now we are heading out to go and do some stargazing at night in the middle of nowhere at a little metal shack. But let me go and find Corinne. She went off looking for some special cheese. Thank you, Williston. That was a nice visit to a little small town.
Yes.
In the middle of nowhere, which I think most people just stop quickly and eat something or fill up and then move on. But yeah, minute and dry, people are extremely friendly like they should be. Yeah, and next up it is a stargazing at the Sacy, which literally translates to metal shack. So we're gonna go and chill in the quiet and read and
Reflect.
yes, and listen to the silence. There was a sign that says listen to the silence of the Karoo, so we're going to have to listen.
And very importantly, this is only 25 kilometers that we are doing today. We've been driving quite a bit more than what we anticipated. So it would be nice to chill for 2 nights in one spot.
Take a break from the stressful life of traveling. And hopefully we will show you the star photography, because the light is or the air is very clean here. There's very little unnatural light, and it is a dark moon, so it's up during the day actually. So yeah, so let's go and see what the metal shack has to offer, and the quiet and the emptiness. There's our little house for the next few days, and there is some springbok. I'm not sure, honey. Oh, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's more. Oh, yeah.
Oh, en dis houtvol.
We're scaring them away, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. They'll be back.
Hopefully.
Wow.
If there's water, then. Oh, and there's a feeder as well, so maybe that's why. See, there's a feeder made of that drum. Yeah, this looks very lekker.
The Karoo was hit by a heat wave while we were at the Sacy, but we spent a few blissful days boiling and trying our hand at nighttime photography. We took the advice and spent the time drying, reading and listening to the silence, just soaking up the great atmosphere of this area. The clean nighttime skies gave us a great opportunity to do some excellent nighttime photography. It was a challenge, but well worth it, as we learned a lot in our time here.
Good morning, and today we are saying goodbye to the Sacy.
Sacy?
Have you done your last visit to the dam?
Yes.
The Springboks was running away
Okay.
over there, and now it is off to Sutherland for some more stargazing. So you ready for the rest of the Karoo?
Yes, I am. Especially in the aircon car.
So let's go. And a quick pit stop between Vryburg and Landburg to lend the jack with you guys. There's a flat tire and the jack collapsed, so quickly sorting them out. Do you have reception? Why are you on the phone? Oh, looking at old posts. Even here it's very green. Welcome to Sutherland, a place where stars are grown and rocks. They specialize in all sorts of stargazing. But we are first going to hunt for some more lamb chops. We're not sure how good we're enough. So apparently we are looking for Paulson's butchery. And then we are going off to camp and store lamb. Paulson's, your local butchery. Your class like a slaughter. Let's go and see what they have to offer. The temperature has dropped a little bit. Much cooler here than in at the Sacy. Still very sunny, but there is a freshness in the air.
So we grabbed some lamb chops and headed out of town towards Stargazing, a campsite and a place where you can learn a lot about stars from amateur
Very
astrologers.
informative. A few hours spent at Sutherland. Highly recommend you guys to come here with 200 rand, 200 rand per person. And here is he's not an expert, he's an amateur, he says, but he has an entertaining way of showing us and teaching us quite a bit. Yeah. How's your back? Did you get backache?
No.
Not well, that's a win for Jurg. Okay, but now we're gonna hit the sack.
We have encountered our first puncture, and it's not the normal one. It is a smaller one, and then disaster struck.
I don't know if you can actually see that my front wheel that's over here broke off. The plastic's broken, so I have to glue it together and hope it'll last till next week when we hit civilization.
Yeah, you will also notice that he's got off-road, on-road tires, because that was the first flat tire of our trip. The wheels of Fearless on 4 wheels are saying
Slowly coming.
tot hier toe nie verder.
Yeah.
Yeah, our only problem is we are in Sutherland at the moment, so you have to do a bit of organizing and charming just to get the people now, because all the offices are closing. Luckily you found them in time, and to courier to Ceres where my mom is. So
And luckily Solutions Medical has got a very nice staff member called Tanya that's going to drop it off for me at Postmates. Thank you very much, Tanya. You're the star.
thank you, Tanya.
I'll thank you in person. Maybe in Cape Town.
Going the extra mile.
Yes. But yeah, so I'm going to jimmy this and glue it and put some wire around just to keep the
Bearing in place.
bearing in place.
Yeah.
So hopefully next week. We don't know when Postmates is open, but
Postnet will still be open on the 23rd.
yeah, we hope so.
Yeah. So I'm glad that it happens towards the end of the trip when we are close to Ceres and not stuck in Williston or a small town that the courier might take even longer to get to. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you on my chair.
But we always make a plan, sort ourselves out. We are heading to our home for the night, and we keep seeing Springbok right here next to another road. It is hot as hell. They don't really even bother to run away. We are driving the slowest we've ever driven because we don't want to get there too early and break away. So Kareen is taking it at a leisurely 40 to 60 kilometers an hour.
My speed.
Yeah. Because it's a wild camp tonight.
Yeah.
On the Oberg, the old mountain pass.
I hope we're gonna have a nice view.
What a view! So tomorrow we are heading to the Tankwa National Park, somewhere over there, a little bit north of where we are now. And then in May we're gonna go and work our asses off as rangers at Africa Burn as well, somewhere more or less straight in front of us. It's hot as hell and it's a beautiful home for the night. We need to hydrate. I'm dry. And maybe we must chill in the shade for the time being till the day cools off, huh?
Until it's 5 o'clock.
At least. Good morning from the wild camp on the Oberg Pass.
Hello.
It's time to say goodbye to this beautiful place with this amazing view. Last night we both did a step up in our star, what do you call it, night sky photography, yeah?
Yes.
We will show you a little bit of what we've done, and obviously the Patreons will see everything. But yeah, it's quite difficult and technical, and the camera settings and which way to point it, but it's coming together after about a week of trying.
Yeah, and maybe not wanting to do everything at once. Maybe just one thing at a time.
Yeah, learn one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So now we're going to follow the road down into the Tankwa Karoo.
Into the basin of the Tankwa Karoo.
Yes. We have been, we've told it's nearly 40 degrees there over the next few days. So we're going to take a very slow game drive today before we set up camp. And we will take you along. Let's go.
I reversed in last night. But it's going to be quite steep. Okay, steering all. Oh, easy peasy. That's not a problem.
Every now and then.
But we are dropping a kilometer, aren't we?
Doesn't wash away so bad.
I'm going to check our elevation when we're at the bottom.
Well, you checked it last night, isn't it about a kilometer in total?
Yes.
But I mean, it's over a few it's over like 15-20 kilometers.
Okay. Oh, it's not that bad. I'm just glad I don't have to do it every month. And look, a traffic calmer.
Yeah. It's actually for erosion. But yeah. It does have the same impact as a traffic calmer. That was a very cool drive. My cup of tea. Not
my cup of tea. I like it sweeter.
Yes, the brakes are feeling the weight, but yeah.
There were quite a few tough corners.
Yeah, and very steep incline, and we lost how many meters in elevation?
Kilometer,
1,000. Okay. With the Oberg Pass to Sutherland.
Yeah, but would you rather do it up or down?
Up, probably.
Is it?
Yeah, it'll be easier going up. Yeah. But now we're heading off to Tankwa. Hot, it's dry. We're at a watering hole called Abram's Knee in the Tankwa. And the ostriches are quite suspicious of us. This really has the feel of Laguna Route in Bolivia. It's the same moon-like landscape with small shrubs. I think Laguna Route had even less vegetation, but also lots and lots of small rocks scattered everywhere. There must be quite a lot of game because we can see a lot of antelope scat, a few cleanly eaten bones scattered, and a definite footpath from the hills to the watering hole. We are approaching our home for the night.
Under the green bush.
Yes.
Look! Look!
You think it's big enough to give us shade?
There's enough shade. Now I just need a hammock.
Oh, there's an old kraal.
Ja, skaapwagterskraal.
Skaapwagters post. Okay, big fireplace. I still don't see the shade.
Oh, there's a big bird flying. Yeah. Don't you see the shade? Under the tree.
Well, I see a little bit of shade.
Well, you can put your chair under it. I don't think you can park under it, but the bush has grown. I would say the bush is about, I don't know, 10 meters, 5 meters, 7 meters high. We have a little dry riverbed. There's another big bird flying away.
These humans chasing the wildlife away.
Look at this, styling. Yeah. Let's remember this is a thorn tree.
I don't know. So this is called Skaapwagter Shepherders Post. A wild camp. The only facilities you get is a fire pit. Karine put out some water for the birds, and the birds weren't interested at all, but if you can listen carefully, the bees are loving it. They are coming to drink and leaving and coming back. We've had to put a rock in the water so that if they fall in they can get out because they were drowning. From previous experience we know that. And they just keep coming and they are very noisy. Karine wants to move the water, but I don't think this is the right time to move it. Hopefully.
The days were boiling hot, but we had a cool afternoon and the nights were great. We could have a braai under the African skies and spend our time on nighttime photography. So it was with a sad heart that we had to say goodbye.
Morning from the Tankwa National Park.
Oh yeah.
We've been up early, watching a lovely sunrise, packing up while it's cool.
But in a frenzy.
Yes,
Not a frenzy.
the bees gathered around the water for our
We left the dish, the bath water for them this morning. They were very grateful.
Yes, and there was thousands of them around the car. We might still have a few around our outside tap.
Oh, shame.
They are really thirsty and they love the water.
And so inquisitive.
Yes, wanting to go in everywhere. So it's the last short game drive.
What's the time?
At 6:45 and we're already on the road. The heat is a big motivator.
No, I think the bees were also, because we couldn't make our smoothie, so we're just going for everything that looks wet.
Yeah. So a last little bit of a game drive and then we're heading back to civilization. There's a jackal running, there's antelope thinking they're being chased, but I don't think they are. That's why they're called springbok. Quickly we saw 2 jackal. We're just not fast enough on the cameras to show it to you guys. Oryx fighter in the dust. them are clashing and kicking up quite an interesting amount of dust. And now it seems like there's a standoff.
Now,
Some baboons saying goodbye to us as we're heading up the park. A small trooper.
a big baboon.
Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Maybe you
maybe.
can take a picture on this side. This
Oh
is
yes.
small.
Oh, okay. No, not a small troop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15.
With mixed emotions, we headed back towards Ceres over this wide expanse. We were sad to end this great adventure, but we were also happy to see our friends and family.
And we are slowly heading back to civilization, and it's time for us to wrap up our Cape Town to Causey Bay East Coast Beach Safari. Had an amazing time through the Drakensberg, and now we have done the big empty, the Karoo. Heading back to Cape Town. So Corinne, what's your top 2 experiences of this 8-month adventure?
So it's quite difficult actually to just have 2, so I've got 3 probably. I think probably the biggest highlight was getting the car and fitting it out and starting to live in it. It's been quite comfortable except for a few niggles. And then the highlight would be for me a surprise Isimalingo wetlands where we saw lots of animals. We camped a lot of times on the beach. We saw bush babies a lot, and we also saw the genets. It's quite nice for me. And then secondly, hiking in the Drakensberg. I've never done that before. So yeah, that was really nice, exploring the highest mountain in South Africa.
For me, yes, very difficult to just pick 2, but I would think the 500-meter crawl at Causey Bay to the very nice snorkeling site was pushing my boundaries. And then what we've learned a lot about the stars and the wild camp at the
Manspas.
Bergpas with the brilliant view over the
That was
Tankwa
really
Karoo.
nice.
Yeah, that was spectacular. And so all that is left to say is thank you very much for all you guys following us and viewing us and liking our videos, and a special thank you to our Patreons. It's you guys that keep us motivated and keep us making these videos just for you. But that's not all. Remember, in 2026, after this video, we'll be doing another Africa Burn video as we start working at Africa Burn, and then we have a big adventure.
That's a story for another time. Please head over to patreon.com/Fearless on 4 Wheels to subscribe and get these videos first and view them ad-free. Or like and subscribe this video to support our channel. Thank you for watching.